Palm muting is an essential skill for any guitarist, especially if you play rock or metal. But if your muting sounds dead, messy, or you just can't get the hang of it, don't worry, these are super common problems and they're really easy to fix as well. So I'm going to show you the proper palm muting technique to get that tight, punchy sound every time. Okay, so first, what is palm muting? Well, despite the name, this isn't about completely silencing our strings. Palm muting is just using our picking hand to create a dampened, more percussive sound from our guitar. And we do that by leaving our hand on our guitar strings while we're playing. So, how do you do it? Well, the most important thing is that palm muting comes all from the picking hand. Our fretting hand is acting completely as normal. But we're not actually using the flat of our palm like the name might suggest. It should actually be called something like fleshy side of your hand muting, but that's not as catchy. I'm going to draw on my strings with this pencil really quickly and show you what part of my hand actually touches the strings when I'm palm muting. Using that outer edge gives you a full range of motion for your pick, and that's really important. This whole bit here at the bottom doesn't even touch my guitar. Now, hand placement is just as important, and you want to rest your hand just in front of the bridge where the strings leave the saddles. And if you have a tunematic style bridge like this one, that's this bit here and not this bit back here. If you go too high towards the neck, then you'll choke the strings. But if you go too far back, then you're not going to get any of the muting sound. If you have trouble finding the sweet spot, then start right back at the bridge and then move slowly up as you pick, and you'll find where it starts to kick in. You also don't have to push into the strings. Just resting your hand there is enough to get the mute sound. And you don't need to mute every string either, just the ones that you're playing, which is usually going to be these bottom thicker ones here. So just relax your hand and let the natural curve sit near the bridge. You don't have to have it going straight down like that. So there's a few really common mistakes that people make. The biggest one is an inconsistent muting sound. And that's because your hand isn't staying in full contact with the strings. It's either coming away when you're picking or sliding past the bridge at the end. So it's really important when you're picking to use the motion of your wrist rather than your full arm. You also shouldn't feel any rubbing against the strings or bridge. Your hand should just be sat and rested there in one place. Another thing is to make sure that you're using downstrokes if you're playing chords. You can absolutely alternate pick when it comes to individual strings, but when it's chords and power chords and strumming, you want to keep it to a downstroke. That's what most people, myself included, do. It's also really important to make sure that the string can always ring out. If it can't, then you're either too far away from the bridge or you're putting too much pressure or too much of your hand onto the strings. And that could come from picking too hard as well and tensing your hand. You only need your regular amount of picking pressure. A good palm muting technique works on both clean and distorted amps. But if you want that metal chugging sound, then add some distortion to your amp by turning up your gain, and I'd recommend using your guitar's bridge pickup as well. I always recommend practicing palm muting along with a song because it teaches you how to use it in a practical context. Figure It Out by Royal Blood is a really easy one to get started with and practice that basic technique. And Enter Sandman by Metallica or Paranoid by Black Sabbath are really good for practicing palm muted power chords. Whatever you do, it's really important to get that proper technique and form down first, and that means taking it slow and practicing. You might get it straight away, or it might take you a little bit of time. But as long as you keep practicing with the proper form, you will get it, I promise. If you have got any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will do my best to help. Otherwise, thank you for watching, good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.